Hail, friends and family. My name is Ryan. Today, I'm here to talk about what to do when your dreams don't work out for you and how to keep moving forward beyond that. I decided that I wanted to make YouTube videos, like self-help videos and stuff, because I've had a lot of not great experiences in life, and I feel like some of my experience might help other people down the road. So, um, in most of my videos, actually, I talk about how one of my dreams that I've just recently started chasing is enlistment in the U.S. Army. Now, I want to make abundantly clear, I am not currently in the Army. I haven't gone to MEPS and sworn in. So far, all I've done is talk to a recruiter. However, I am taking enough time to make sure this is the appropriate decision for me. And on a more significant note, I'm also pushing 30. So there's a lot of things that I feel I might need waivers for because I've had a lot more past experiences than, say 18, 19, 20-year-old recruits. I'm also a father of four, so I want to make absolutely certain that whatever decisions I make in this world affect my children in a positive way. I believe service in the U.S. Armed Forces would absolutely be a positive influence on them. However, there is a good chance that I might get kicked back and not be eligible to serve. For reasons I'll keep to myself, because everybody has their own lives, and that's fair. Expressing yourself is perfectly healthy, and there's also nothing wrong with having a few personal boundaries. So if I get turned back, that's been weighing on me. It's been causing me to lose a lot of sleep. I feel like I'm having a difficult time feeling like feeling motivated towards this because I have all this doubt. Now, I got some really good advice from my significant other. She told me to just follow through with it. No matter what the outcome is, follow through with it. And that's really good advice because no matter what, chase your dream because you'll regret not chasing your dream more than you'll regret being rejected. But that's part of what I want to talk about today. So what do you do when you chase your dream and you chase it to fruition and you accomplish something outstanding by following something through to the end, which, yes, is a very big accomplishment. You can pat yourself on the back for that one. What do you do when you chase that dream to fruition and you find that it wasn't what was actually meant to be all along? So we'll talk about a few examples, and I'll use the Army as my biggest one right now. If I'm not eligible for the Army, first of all, there's no reason to feel bitter about it. Because yes, I did follow through on something that meant a lot to me. And instead of wondering for the rest of my life, would I have been a good soldier, I'll know for sure. Also, if I get kicked back at MEPS and told, look, sorry, kid, you're just not eligible for the job, which, honestly, I don't think it's very likely, but because it's a possibility and because of who I am on the inside, and I like to calculate for every eventuality I could face, I tend to get myself a little worked up. So maybe some others might identify with that, and welcome to my channel. So, excuse me. So for starters, no bitter feelings. First of all, it's not the Army's fault if I don't get accepted. And to be fair, is it my fault? In a lot of respects, probably. Yes. For the most part, honestly, yes. But sometimes life just happens. And we have to accept that whether you believe life is pre-scripted or not, things are going to happen that are beyond our control. Sometimes, you don't know the company you keep until you've kept them. Hanging out with the wrong people might bite you in the butt someday. And that's not to say ditch your friends because they make bad decisions, but know your worth and know what you stand for and stand for it. That's the best you can do. And life will still happen in spite of, so you can't always blame yourself for everything you've gone through. So no bitterness towards the rejecter and no bitterness towards yourself for being rejected. Okay. That's number one. Number two, be prepared for it ahead of time, but don't expect it. If you're prepared for it, that's great. You put yourself in a better mind space to be open to the emotions that are going to come across you while the rejection is reaching you. But if you expect it, you will sabotage yourself along the way. So that's number two. Number three is have a game plan. Develop some sort of plan B. For me, my plan B is more. It's hobby based. If I can't serve, I was racking my brain about this for literally weeks now. If I can't serve, if I'm not eligible to serve, then what my plans are is a lot of like writing fantasy books, coming up with games, board games, not not video games. I'm not that tech savvy, but if you know people want writers on board all the time, so who knows? Who knows what the future will hold? And that's another point of these videos. They're as much hang in their videos as they are how to hang in their videos. So my plan B has a lot of involvement in taking what I love outside of the Army and putting it first. So, because the Army was my aspired career, but my plan B, I ultimately decided the best way to come up with a plan B was to first look at, well, what am I good at? And I have some good trade skills. Like I'm pretty decent at carpentry and stuff like that. And that's like part of why I do what I do. And I could do something like building decks and houses and stuff like that for a living. But it's not just about the money to me. It's about fulfillment. There's got to be some sense of self and identity to me, or I just don't feel like I'm in the right place. And not everyone feels that way, because a lot of people know how to give themselves that time and attention and purpose on their own time. And that's wonderful. But I just have a hard time, my cats are playing. I just have a hard time feeling that myself. So if others do identify with this, again, welcome to my channel. But I want to do something a little bit more unique and personal to me, and that's all. I like to make all kinds of medieval weapons, armor. The medieval fantasy world stuff just has always fascinated me. So if there's any entertainment value in what I do, then so be it. So number one, obviously, no resentment towards the rejecter or yourself for being rejected. Number two, be prepared, but don't expect it. Number three, have a plan B. And number four, congratulate yourself for your effort. That's the big one. Make sure you chalk your effort up to a victory, not the rejection as a failure. You accomplished something by following something through, and that is the biggest and most important part of following your dream. Whether you rise or fall, you never stopped going for something that meant the world to you. And you proved to yourself that the effort that you put in proves to you that you're worth the effort, whether somebody rejects you or not. And the reason for that is because if you get rejected and you follow these steps and you follow your plan B, that rejection just told you that wasn't the right place. It didn't tell you you weren't worth anything. It just told you you were needed somewhere else in life. So whether your life is scripted or not, that's for you to feel. But whether you give yourself what you deserve and follow your dreams, and don't limit yourself to just one dream. Follow them all. Live as much life as you can. You're worth it. So thanks for listening. I hope this reached somebody who needed it. I needed to come to this epiphany, and I'm glad that I did. So thank you, world.